Hey Divi Nation, thanks for stopping by our documentation to learn all about one of Divi's most popular and powerful modules, the image module. So the image module, of course, is where you add images to your website in a number of different powerful and engaging ways. We're going to show you how to add it to your site, as well as how to style it and customize it with all of the amazing design features and functions we've added to this module. Check it out.
In this video, I'm going to give an overview of Divi's image module. Sometimes getting an image to look right on your web page can be a frustrating experience. But thankfully, the image module makes it really easy to add images to your website. I mean, even customizing your image is simple with the module's built-in options like adding box shadow, a border, or aligning your image perfectly. And each image module will also ensure your image looks good on any column size on your web page. So let's go ahead and jump in and take a closer look at the image module together. So right now I'm editing a travel landing page here, and I've got some featured images here to kind of help engage the user in the content. If I scroll down the page, you can see I have some more images here in a full width grid layout here. And so let's go ahead and take a look at the options available to us in the image module, along with, how to add the image module to your page. And to do that, I'm going to go here and I'm going to delete this image just to show you how easy it is. All you're going to need to do is find the spot in your visual builder editor here and find the spot that you want to add your module. Click on Add Module, and then search for your image module here. Select it, and then the image settings box pops up, and under the content tab you see the first option available is to insert your image URL. You could use an external URL if you like, if you're hosting it in a third party somewhere, or you could upload it to your WordPress media gallery, pull it from there, which is what I'm going to do. Go in here and I'm going to find my image. And once I locate it, just simply click on it and upload it. And there you go. Nice and simple, quick, out of the box, looks great. But we may want to make some customizations to it. For instance, we may want to add a link to this image, maybe to an external page of some sort. To do that, you would simply put your link in the link URL box here. You could also open up your image in a lightbox to kind of, if you want to showcase it better and give a close-up view of the image with a dark background, you can choose the lightbox option. So now when I click on my image, you'll see it pop up in our lightbox effect there. All right, going on. This option here, URL opens in the same window by default. You can choose to open it in a new tab if you like, and that only applies to the link URL that you put in there. You can also add a background for your image. This really will only show up if you have some padding set in for your image. So if I added a background like orange here, and then I went to my design settings, and we're going to get to that in a little bit, and I started adding some padding, you'll see the background there. But for now, I'm just going to erase it and keep the default. Under the design tab, you have some more options for your image customizations. For the alignment, this is actually really handy, especially when it comes to images. You can choose to change the default alignment, which is left. You can choose centered or right aligned. And it's always good to kind of leave this one checked since whenever you go on mobile, you'll want things to be centered since it's such a small column layout. But if you don't, you can always choose to disable that. Adding a border to your image is really easy with this option. As a default, I think it's white, but you can change your color to blue or something. Completely change the design of your image there. Give it a nice border. Also changing the border style if you want. You can do that here. Sizing. I think by default it's going to be to force the full width of the column there. But if you wanted to change your width of your image, you can do that very easily here by changing the width of the module, which makes it convenient to make these adjustments. But also, once you have your width, you also you can select to center it or align it after you have changed it. I'm going to keep the default for now. So this option here, show space below the image. I mean, this is, purely for design purposes. If you have a need to have that image flush against the bottom of your section or row or whatever it is, in order to, make it, let's say if you have an image of a mobile phone popping up from the bottom, for example. You can also add some margins and padding around your image here. And also, this is really a convenient option for your images, especially, and that's to add the box shadow to them. You can, toggle through all of these box shadows, and you really can create nice look for your images, and then further customize each of these box shadow styles with these options down below to really create the perfect shadow for your image. I'm going to go ahead and deselect that. And just like you can with most of our modules, you can add an animation style so that when you see the image, when the page loads or when you scroll down to the image, you can, choose what animation you want displayed. I'm actually going to have no animation for now. And with all of our modules, you will have an advanced tab where you can target this image module with an external style sheet and a unique CSS ID you can add here for that. And also a CSS class if you like. The custom CSS section is for, if you want to add some inline CSS to this image module. It will then target this specific image with some styling that you can add in that box. The attribute for the image can be changed here. Adding the alt text for your image and the image title text for things like SEO and stuff like that. And you can also choose to hide or show your image on any of your devices under the visibility options. All right, let's go ahead and save that out. I think the only thing I want to add here is maybe just a little bit more margin. Forgot to do that. So in order to do that, let's say I want more spacing between my text module and my image here. Just go to spacing, and I'm just going to add like 90 pixels of space or margin above my image there. All right, and let's save that out. And down below here, you'll see this image. This is 4 image modules in a 4-column row. And to do that, just go ahead and show you quickly. You would just simply add a 4-column row. And then in each of these rows, you would add your image. Let's go ahead and pick one here. All right, so there's my image. And go ahead and save it out. A good way to speed up the process is I'm actually going to copy and paste this module into my other rows. And in order to get this kind of full width look here, the only thing you need to do is go to your row settings, go to your design tab, under sizing, go ahead and make this row full width, go ahead and add a custom gutter width and change that to 1. And there you go. In no time, you have then changed your image modules into a full width grid layout, which looks pretty nice. And there's your overview of the image module.